The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a $25 deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets. Claim your $200 deposit bonus today at nyrabets.com/SGPN200. Promo code SGPN200. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no guys, me. Really, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I kind of don't even want to be on this show right now, to be honest with you, completely honest, because if I'm correct, and I believe I am, trying to think about it. I have not been on air for a single game in this series. Every time I've done the show, I don't think the Knicks have been playing. And so this will be my first time having to give an answer. I probably still won't give one, but that's crazy. I don't think I've been on for a single Knicks game breakdown in this series, which makes me very, very nervous for the Knicks tonight. Got the nerd Lonte Smith with me. Lonte, what's going on?
Not much, man. Locked in, ready to go. Let's get to it.
Yeah, well, we got the best two words going on in the Western Conference. Get best two words in sports. Game 7 between OKC and Denver that just wrapped last night. Denver was able to pull away in that second half. OKC really didn't have anything for them on the road in that second half at all. And so now we get Game 7 in OKC with a former champion and the upstart kids trying to prove that they can hang. Quick early thoughts of the last game.
Well, first and foremost, I mean, Denver came out and they had a complete game. They got contributions from Strother was big in those like a 2 minute stretch. I think he had 10 points in maybe like 2.5 minutes. He was big. Peyton Watson, huge on the defensive side. Russ came with the energy as usual. Murray was great. Gordon was actually not as good as I thought he would be, but he's been probably the most consistent player outside of Joker. But yeah, I mean, OKC just didn't have it. I thought when they had a stretch where they pushed the lead to 12, where I was like, oh, okay, this is serious. And then Shea got into foul trouble. They missed they had like a 6 or 7 point swing off 2 missed layups that was really bad. I think Caruso
Uh-huh.
missed one, Cason Wallace missed one. Then it was like a
It was
turnover.
a J-Dub missed a dunk late in the game. Like, it was so
Yeah,
many.
yeah. So I just think I didn't think they played after they cut that lead after Denver cut the lead to I think okay, Dort hit the three, so they were down three, but they had tied it before that. I thought that was a big momentum shift going into the third quarter. Denver came out a little bit more assertive in that third quarter, and then I mean OKC just didn't get the contributions they needed to get from J Dub, who's been not so good this series outside of one game. Shea was not good. Foul trouble kind of got him out of there as well, but. Early thoughts. I think they'll be good in Game 7. I think they'll be really good. I think it's a chance that I think there's a chance they might blow the doors off Denver at home.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Denver just finds ways to continue to make these games close and competitive.
If you're Minnesota,
I
who you
haven't
want to
seen.
win?
If I'm Minnesota, I want Denver to win.
Exactly. They own
Yeah,
Denver.
if I'm Minnesota, I want Denver to win. We had our way with Denver. We had our way with them. I think I have that. Lonte, I actually think I have that in my notes. Fade Denver against Minnesota or something like that. I feel like there's something along those lines written in my notes somewhere. All right, let's get into the lone game we got on the slate here. But I got to make sure that everybody's tapping into that merch store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Get into the merch store. We have a whole bunch of DJs gear that just dropped. Whole bunch of NBA got podcast gear, WNBA podcast gear, MLB podcast gear. You can get that in store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Go over there, and we even got a 20% off deal for you. Code DJs. Just like that, code DJs, you get 25% off. So head over there to the merch store right now, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Make sure you use that promo code DJs. All right. So sole standalone game here, and I don't know. Compared to the WNBA, I'm interested to see where this game ranks on where I'll be watching it. But the New York Knicks are home welcoming the Boston Celtics. The Knicks have a 3 games to lead on the series. Line opened up at 3. It's down to 2.5. Laying 2.5 with the Knicks here. 211.5 is the total. I mean, no JT. We know that's the big thing. So, I mean, this is what the Knicks do. If this was any other team, the Knicks are gonna do this exact thing where they go up in the series, they go play them in a game 5 where they can close them out, get themselves some extra rest, make it easy on themselves, and then they never make it easy on themselves ever at all, and they have to take the hard way. And so this could be seen as taking the hard way, losing game 5 on the road, coming back and playing here at home. Knicks could win the game. I'm an impartial party here, Lonte. So what are you doing here, Knicks lane 2?
Yeah, first of all, good. It's a good weekend in New York, man. You got the Subway Series, you got the Knicks weekend game, you got the Sparks and not the Sparks. I'm tripping. The
The
Liberty
Aces,
and the Aces, and the Aces in town to play.
Aces
I
and
mean,
Liberty.
yeah, it's a good weekend to be in New York, man. But I think New York wins it tonight. I mean, I think that number one, they obviously didn't play their best game. They haven't played nearly to their ceiling, despite being up 3-2. They just
Mhm.
played well in pockets of the game, and that's credit to them for being able to show up in those specific moments. But we haven't seen a complete game start to finish. I mean, they've been down 15 plus in every single game, so they haven't shown the ability to play from in front and put the pressure on Boston, which I think is what they'll do here. Then they'll come out to a great start in the first quarter. They put the pressure on Boston. Boston came out with a lot of energy. I mean, obviously, Luke Cornett turned into Bill Russell. But I mean, this is something that they just weren't ready to match, even without JT. And I thought they would come out that good, but I mean, I didn't think they would, finish it like that. But the Knicks will play better with better energy at home. Obviously, the crowd is. Some people think the crowd is a disadvantage, like because people want to play there so much. So I mean, I don't know where you
Mhm.
stand on that, but um, I think they'll be rocking tonight, man. I think they play a complete game. I think Towns, hopefully, he can stop fouling random people in the middle of the lane when the ball's on the other side of the floor. I mean, Brunson is going to be Brunson. I'm not even worried about him. I think the two things that you have to worry about is OG offensively and defensively on in this specific game because he's going to be tasked with probably guarding Jaylen Brown full time while also having to
Mhm.
contribute 15 to 18 points. And that one, I think it was like 1 of 13 last game. Definitely not going to cut it. So he has to be better. I think we see a big OG game. I think the Knicks win pretty convincingly, 7 or 8 points. So I like the Knicks tonight.
I think this is a good cat game here today. I do like the OG potential as well. The Knicks have to realize that Derek White is a good basketball player. And I think that's going to be the number one thing for the Knicks. Will you remember that Derek White is a good basketball player? We probably shouldn't leave him wide open from 3 as much as we do
He's
and
always
allow
open.
him to get going. Like, I mean, it's
He's always
7-Eleven. It's
he is
7-Eleven
always
around
open.
here.
He is always
24/7. It doesn't matter. Every time I look, he's getting an open look at the basket. And the only thing that really put us up 2-0 is the fact the first 2 games, he was breaking those shots. Now he's making them, and it makes it very, very dangerous. So please, New York Knicks, if you would like to win the game, guard Derek White. If you like the Boston Celtics, you should probably parlay it with some type of Derek White over because Derek White's always open. Always. Literally always. Again, abstaining from the pick because I can't mess up the mojo of the New York Knicks right here. But I will say, more concerned than most. I am more concerned than most. But you know what? The best part about this is Lonte, this is like being at a heater at the craps table. And you got one guy and he won't roll that number. He'll roll everything but that number. And so now every additional roll that I get with the New York Knicks is house money. I don't care. Cause I'm up. I'm up. I never thought we were gonna be here to this point. I'm up. So any additional roll that the New York Knicks get, I'm happy. And if it ends right now, you know what? It's cool. I got my money's worth.
open.
Got my money's worth. That's all I'm gonna say.
So would you
All
feel
right.
better if it was a close game in Game 5?
Oh,
Or
dude,
did
yes. What? I have no faith in the Boston Celtics winning a close game against Jalen Brunson.
no? Would you feel better like if Boston would have won a close game in Game 5 versus a blowout? Would you feel different? Would you feel
No,
different about Game 6?
no, because it would have no. It'd have been because I thought that Boston was gonna win regardless, like whether they won a close one or won it. No, so I wouldn't have felt no different. I would have still had this same eerie. I mean, I've had this eerie feeling since Game 1, and it's continuously happened. Somehow the Knicks won 3 games, so I'm gonna just continue this feeling going, and we'll see what happens. But 50-50 chance if the Knicks move on and the Eastern Conference Finals goes to Game 6, that I'll be there. 50-50 chance. So that's why I'm very loose lip, quiet, tucked. Sorry that you didn't get the breakdown that you wanted to hear about me and the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics, but you're not going to get it. I'm not ruining this at all whatsoever. Sorry. All right. We'll get to player props in just a second. We'll talk about the total too. But first, got to talk to you about Edge Boost, the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, earn cashback rewards, 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN, $25 deposit, edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets. The Preakness is around the corner, and my horse goal oriented is already locked in on NYRA Bets with my $200 deposit match bonus over there at nyrabets.com/SGPN200, and you can get that $200 deposit match bonus just like me and go bet goal oriented because that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the cheater. Should I probably take some stocks into some other horses? Maybe. But I'm locked in. I'm locked in on my guy. I already got a narrative, and we're gonna go ahead and see. So shout out to the Preakness, shout out to Baltimore, shout out to nyrabets.com/SGPN200. And we are also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can play their new ladders game where you can win up to 500 times your entry, or you can do a pick'em entry like we're going to do a little bit later, and you can win up to 100x times your entry. So go ahead, sign up with promo code NBASGPN, and you can claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN. All right, Lonte, total 211.5. What do you like here?
I like over, man. I think Boston's playing with a lot more pace, a lot more ball movement. I think they had 27 assists in their last game. They're moving the ball really well. Obviously, they're going to have the 3-point variance on their side just because of the volume that they shoot. The Knicks, I think, I mean, I didn't really take a ton away from that game. But in that first quarter, if you notice, they played with a lot more pace. Brunson was actually getting off the ball a lot more, especially pushing the ball up. So they're letting Josh Hart do a lot of initiating, and he was coming off those pin downs, and he was able to get into the offense with, 14 to 15 seconds versus 7 or 8, and then just basically he's got a grenade in his hand. So I'm looking forward to that. The pace being pushed, not letting Boston see that, or not letting the Knicks see the half court defense of Boston. And I think we see a lot of points here, man. I think both teams can get, to mid 110s, and I think we go over. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a hard fought effort. I just think the Knicks come out on top. So I like the over in the game.
So, again, abstaining. It's crazy because we only have one game and I'm here abstaining. But that's what happens when your team is here and you're incredibly superstitious. If the Celtics win, I think the game goes over. Not going to lie. Over 211. I think it's because they hit a bunch of threes. The Knicks tried to keep up, and it just ended up not working. If the Knicks win, I do think the game goes under because I think the Knicks defense came up big. Boston was missing a bunch of shots. And it was one of those ugly, ugly games, like much like the first 2 games where it's like some kind of, 99 to 95 type of final score or something like that. Like I could see this being a slow pace defensive slug it out game here. So that I could see that happening. And I think that's the angle if you think the Knicks win. But for me, if the Celtics win, it probably goes over, to be honest. All right. Let's get an underdog entry in. Need some player props. What you like today? Well, fantasy projections.
I like my favorite one is going to be Sam Hauser. higher, 4.5 points.
What? Sam
Yep,
Hauser is the favorite?
it's my favorite one. Yep.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I mean, just if you saw the way he was coming, the way he came out in that first game back, it was his first game back from. I think I can't remember how many games he missed, but he looked really good. And if you're going to go away from Porzingis and put Cornette in the middle with Al Horford, you got to have some kind of spacing. And I think both of those guys will be on the floor because you have to match the Mitchell and Towns too big lineup from the Knicks point of view. So Hauser on the wing, he's not a good defender, but he at least has decent size enough to compete with maybe they can throw him on Hart, they can throw him on Bridges. To do different types of things. So he's not going to play himself off the floor. And he's going to get opportunities. Whenever JB's on the floor, JB's doing a lot of driving and kicking. He's drawing to kicking. I think Hauser can be a beneficiary of that. I mean, he hit so many timely threes. He was pretty big. And that's mostly all he takes is threes. He's not going to the basket a ton. So just off variance alone, I think he'll get up, 6 or 7 threes. And I think he can hit too.
Okay. All right. I took Cat higher 20.5. I went chalk. Just give me Cat higher 20.5. Even with they told me that his finger was broken or whatever it was. And the next game he went over the prop yet again. So continuing to back. Whoa. Am I having a stroke?
Hope not.
Da. Test. Talking. I can talk. Okay, I'm good. All right. Yeah. 20.5 higher.
Peyton Pritchard, man. Threes. I like his threes. 14 attempts, 7 attempts, 10 attempts, 9 attempts, 5 attempts. I mean, obviously, this is he's going to have to play a little bit more. I mean, I would like to see him play close to like 45 minutes, to be honest.
4?
No, I would like to see him play close to 45
No,
minutes.
I said 4. Are we taking 4
just
threes?
Oh, it's 4?
Yes, it's at 3.5 higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you like something better. I mean, I like OG, but I didn't know if you want to throw another Nick up there.
You know what? Let's take the Celtic. You know what? I could use some good karma. Let's take the Celtic. All right. Sam Hauser higher 4.5 points. Karl Anthony Towns higher 20.5 points. Peyton Pritchard higher 3.5 threes. That's actually 1.12x spicy. So head over there to Underdog Fantasy, where $100 can get you $672 here, Lonte, this time. Over there at Underdog Fantasy, promo code NBA SGPN. Let's see. Al Gore is asking, are we doing a WNBA show?
The presidential?
Yeah. This is the presidential candidate. Al Gore is in the chat right now. So shout out to Al Gore.
I remember what they did to you, the Florida.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They got you, man. I remember that, man. I remember that. I was a young whippersnapper around the way when they did Al Gore like that. And now look at us using Al Gore's internet. So but he did ask, did we record the WNBA show? Yes, we did record it. We recorded the night before, and yes, that is the consistent time for the WNBA show. We recorded the night before because the lines move like crazy. So, you wait till the next day. Sometimes you miss out on a big line move. So we record the WNBA show the night before. The NBA show is always morning of. What else here? We got to get the lock and dog. But before we do that, got to talk to the people about Rhythm. Rhythm is your home for AI bat picks and props. Dominate the NBA playoffs, MLB prop market, and the WNBA prop market with Rhythm. You can build your own model. It's super simple and easy. And you can get a 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. They'll also give you a 25% off monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and a 50% off annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM, promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including the NBA playoffs. You can get down on the Knicks or Celtics, whatever your fancy is, over there at mybookie.ag. You can also lock in and get some very, very good, very, very fast payouts with cryptocurrency by mybookie.ag. And I mean, it's so fast. You put your phone down, you get back up, and it's right there. It's already in the account. It's that fast. So head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That is mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right. We're also brought to you by Circa Ultimate Fantasy Sports. Fantasy football giveaway, Circa Resort, where they're giving away a 12-team experience for your league. And I mean, you get to go. They'll fly you out if you win this contest, because it's a contest. You got to enter. You get a 2-night stay at Circa Resort for you and your entire league. You get limo transportation to and from the airport, a welcome party at Legacy Club, a reservation at the world's largest sports book with $500 beverage credit, and a 2-hour open bar package at Overhang Bar. But the one that really gets me, you get to hold your draft in a cabana at Stadium Swim with a $5,000 food and beverage credit. Lonte, tell them to bring the 1942 immediately with the $5,000 credit.
Absolutely.
I might have wasted 20% of our $5,000 on that one bottle right there, but bring it anyway. Bring it anyways. Who cares? Ace of Spades, bring it on over here. Give me all of that. I need it. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/circa to enter that contest. You have until June 30th to enter. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/CIRCA. All right, let's do this, Lonte. Lock dog.
Yeah, like the Knicks first quarter, man. Knicks generally throughout the playoffs have not been good in the first quarter, specifically at home. They haven't been quite as, I mean, just the way that it's been going, how I perceive the game.
The
I think
first one they won was last game. That was the
right,
first one they won last
and
series.
that was on the road.
Yep.
But I think they'll play from in front and put some pressure on Boston, and I think Boston will kind of just slowly like cave in to that pressure. And obviously, Jalen being one of the better closers in the league, so I like them to get off to an early start at home Friday night. Madison Square Garden will be on fire, literally, probably after they win. So I'm going to take the New York Knicks to come out on fire in that first quarter. So let's go -1. You can get that reduced at like $1.08. So I like that a lot. If you don't want to worry about the ties and maybe a push, you can play the money line. But I like the -1. I think they come out and pretty much set a statement in that first quarter. So I like the first quarter -1. Dog wise, I'm staying with the Knicks. I like OG 20+ points. That's at +285. Pretty much my case is he's had 2 20-point games this series. Other than that, he's had under 8 points in those other 3 games. So he hasn't been as good. But I think now that he's not having to deal with Jalen and Jason, basically switching off on both of those guys, I think he may be able to have a little bit more offensive firepower. They're going to need him in this specific matchup. So I like OG to have 20+ points in a big game.
Yo, Al Gore really in the chat impersonating Al Gore. It's crazy. He's really in the. Hey, this is why you got to be in the chat. YouTube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast. Al Gore is actually in there answering concerns of Florida residents. All right. I like those. Lock Cat over 20.5 points. Very simple. Dog. Mitchell Robinson. Sometimes you just got to rinse and repeat, Lonte. Mitchell Robinson, 9 rebounds, +155.
Just go 10.
Nah, man. I'll just take the 9. It's cool. I ain't even... If he fall one short, I still win. I'm good. So sometimes, I got a lot going on in the WNBA tonight. I don't need any extra push anywhere else. So let's go ahead and get that Mitchell Robinson cat going. My 2 bigs for it. And you know what? It goes along with what I've been preaching to everybody for the history of this podcast. You start your centers against the Celtics. You start your centers against the Celtics. The center position is not the one that they do well with. So let's go ahead, get some rebounds from Mitch, get some points for Cat, and have a good day. All right, Lonte, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, that's it.
Shout out to my man's Free Sauce who had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, my man's Free Sauce.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. Chat was booming. Lonte at XX Lonte XX. I am at really real __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA. And with it being now the time that it is now, do not ask me any further questions about the NBA. I am solely in the WNBA mode. If you ask me an NBA question, no. If you ask me a MNBA question, if you ask me an MNBA question, I am ignoring you. Only WNBA. That is the only NBA we care about right now. I done finished this show. My obligations are done. We are talking about the W now until next week.
What you got tonight?
Oh, dude. So I got Atlanta Dream. I got it in on 3.5. It's all the way up at 7, but I think they're gonna win by like double digits. I got the Sparks and the Valkyries over. I think Nafisa Collier is gonna have a big day over on her points.
I bet her to win MVP.
Yeah, she's probably going to win MVP. And so I think she'll have like a 25-point game here. Melissa Smith is really comically low too at 9.5 points. So that's a good play.
Cool.
We could go all day. We could literally go all day. So,
Yeah.
All right. With that, shouts out to the chat. Make sure you guys like the video on the way out. Please drop a comment, all of that. Other than that, don't have anything else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. Got you up out of here. Now you got more time to go listen to the WNBA show because that was an hour long. We're out of here.